in the broadcast booth, and we'll fulfill your order and have it sent out to you, hopefully, to the few days after the tournament's over. If you're listening online, give me an email, John at WPEXonline.com or Robert at WPEXonline.com. And email us, let you know you want a DVD, which game you want it, and we'll be happy to mail that out to you.
Well, Farmville leading 3-1 right now. And I believe we have coming up.
Matthew Fitz, if my setting here is correct. Yeah, number 2, Matthew Fitz. They're calling balls in, so.
And you know, it was a funny thing. Actually, almost the difference in this game has been some errors that, you know, that maybe 1 or 2 errors.
Yep.
And outside of that, both teams have played very well.
3-1. It's not. If Blackstone can hold them here, they're definitely not out of the game. That's for sure. It's only two run difference. It's
Poor
not much.
Pumphrey had to come in. Bases loaded up. He was able to do a good job.
Did a good job, yes.
Yep.
Now Pumphrey needs to contain him here.
Okay. Everybody playing back. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be a foul back. Strike one.
Catcher didn't quite get it.
Hit the upper net.
Yeah, that's a dead ball.
And once it hits the net, it's a dead ball at that point. They'll still go in there for strike one, number 1. No balls and 1 strike.
Matthew Fitz gets ready. Go after it. Matthew Fitz, of course, pitcher, pitching an excellent game today for Prince Edward Farmville.
Drew will be. Here comes the pitch to Pumphrey. Throws it to Matthew. Matthew will get him out at first base. So out number 1.
Nathan Drew coming up to bat now for Prince Edward Farmville.
And he'll be followed by Cyrus. Actually, Tanner Cyrus will be coming up. Here comes the pitch. Swing and foul back. Strike 1. So Blackstone trying to turn on the defense here. They trail 3-1.
Oh, that pitch, blown pitch there. I think it slipped out of Andrew's hand that time.
I think what happens to a lot of these guys,
is sweaty and
sometimes they try to throw a different pitch and they just don't quite get it, like a curveball or some slider that they really can't pitch and it just gets away from them. Andrew now winds up and delivers a pitch. This one's going to be pretty good, and Matthew makes a heck of a catch and gets him out at first base. Matthew Hart gets that guy smacked the ball, and Matthew, with that glove, got down there and got open to be able to get that important second out.
Tanner Cyrus at the bat now for Prince Edward Farmville. So 2 out so far.
Here at the top of the 4th, 3-1 Farmville leading over Blackstone. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be high, ball 1.
2 outs, guys.
One of the things that Farmville has done with their pitchers, we are not waiting on anything. Haven't been able to.
Yep, you can't.
Here comes the next pitch. And that's going to be
low.
In there, low, ball 1. Ball 2, actually. So 2 balls and no strikes. And Prince Edwards, to us, has actually done the opposite.
They're just waiting for the first strike.
Yep. And that one's going to be a little bit high, ball 3. And like I said, there you go. That's kind of a perfect example. 3 balls and no strike now. Here comes the pitch. And this one's going to be low, and that puts a man on base. So again, to the strike and walk ratio between us and Farmville, between our pitchers and actually Fitz, has been dramatically different.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to probably be the main part of the game.
That's, at this point, it's becoming a pretty big deal, that's for sure.
Here comes Sanderlin, it's up. And that's going to be, here comes the
They're going to pick
throw to Powell, actually the shortstop. Second baseman will come back and back him up, but the runner doesn't go, and everybody goes back to their respective bases. 1 ball and no strike. Everybody's down and ready. Here comes the pitch, swing and a miss. And I'll be in there for strike 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Just Sanderlin.
All right, Drew, put it in there.
1 at a time, buddy.
Runner on first base for Farmville. He walked. Here comes the pitch. And this one's in there for strike number 2.
1 more, Drew.
1 more, Drew.
You only need 1 more, baby.
It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Sandelin. Runners on first base. Here comes the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. And Blackstone again with a great defense by Matthew Hart, some good pitching by Andrew Pumphrey, and they'll retire to side.
Matthew Hart will become the bat first when we get back.
So as we go to the bottom of the 4th, it's Farmville 3 and Blackstone 1. We'll be right back right after this.
Need trustworthy, qualified individuals to handle your payroll, bookkeeping, or taxes? The doctors are on call. You need the accounting surgeons. Contact Mary today and set up your appointment. Put your business in safe and confidential hands, the hands of the accounting surgeons. Call Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The phone number to call is 434-538-0595. The accounting surgeons, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe.
Here in Blackstone, Virginia on FM 90.9, Fitz will remain in as pitcher. And that brings up Matthew Hart as pitch and see what he can do.
Matthew struck out last time it was up, so they're having a hard time against this pitcher today, and Fitz will stay in, of course.
Here comes pitch. Matthew will take a hopper. This could go right down to actually a beautiful grab, and he will be safe. Matthew will be safe, but a weird hopper right to the second base, and you got to admit, he did a great job in snagging that ball.
Yeah, I would have never caught that one.
That was a pretty hard hit ball.
That was just that bounce slowed it down just enough that it couldn't get there.
And one of the things that is incredibly, and that brings up, by the way, Jacob Morris, and we haven't seen the hard hitting yet from Blackstone.
Yeah.
That might be due to the way Fitz has been pitching. Here comes the pitch now, and this one's going to be hit hard, but that one's going to go over the right fielder. Here comes Matthew. He will go around second base, and he will come in, and he will hold up at third base.
Nice double there. Nice double
and
there.
And Jacob Morris pounds Matthew around third base, and he will stay in a stand-up double at second. What a play.
Andrew Pumphrey coming up to bat now for the Blackstone All-Stars. He's 1 for 1 for the day.
And I just got through saying that's one of the things that Blackstone has not done. And boom, here comes Jacob Morris, and he almost knocks one almost out of the park. What a hit.
Just when you need it, too.
Here comes Fitz now with a pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
That would have been there. He had to swing at that one, that's for sure.
So with no outs, runners on first and second. So Jacob Morris represents
low.
That's going to be low for ball 1. Jacob Morris represents the tie run.
Yeah, but you know the coach wants to bring him around.
The good news, it's not a forced play, so whatever happens, the runners do not have to run.
As long as the runners maintain what's happening, they'll be okay.
Here comes the pitch from Fitz, and this one's going to be a ground ball, and it's going to go to first, and they're going to keep everybody where they're at, so 1 out. But that brings up, I should bring up Peyton Lawson. DJ Coleman will be on deck for the Blackstone All-Stars. It's Blackstone trying to get something going. Here comes the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 1.
That was low, too, I believe. That was a late swing. It was low, too.
So no balls and 1 strike with 1 out. Runners on second and third here for the Blackstone All-Stars. Here comes the pitch. And that one's going to be a ball, so that's going to bring up 2 balls and 1 strike.
A little high. Get inside.
Does that might count right, 2 balls and 1 strike?
I'm seeing 1 strike, 1 ball is what I'm seeing.
I'm sorry. So the count goes 1 and 1, nevertheless. Okay. Fitz now looks and takes aims and now pitches. way low.
Low and outside.
Yep, now bring up ball 2. Matthew takes only about a 2-foot lead and just kind of gets the Fitz's attention a little bit, and then Al goes back to first base.
They can stare the pitcher down. There you go. Hey, it works sometimes.
Everybody hit.
So a
little bit of throwing the ball around a little.
Matthew Hardy called time real quick. Matthew Hardy had just his chin strap on the helmet. And here we go. Here comes the pitch now to Lawson. Swing and a miss, and that was way too low. And that's been the problem.
Yeah,
and I got a feeling that Fitz has thrown a lot more balls than what he's getting credit for because they've been swinging at it.
He's up to 70 pitches so far. He's way up there.
Here comes Fitz now, winds up. Swing and a miss, way low again. That's going to be out number 2. That should bring up DJ Coleman. DJ Coleman is going to have to be responsible of bringing Hart and Morris in. Here comes the pitch.
Outside.
Outside, ball 1. And that pitcher definitely needs to be worked a little bit.
Well, he's up there. He's up to 71 pitches. He's been worked. No doubt. But he's still throwing some good balls. Got to give Matthew Fitz credit on that one.
Here comes the pitch. And this one's going to be foul back, strike 1.
Yeah, he's a good catcher.
One of the things that Blackstone, again, has had, they only got 1 run. And
he can play.
He's having a hard time.
They're just having a hard time scoring this entire season. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. TJ Coleman foul back, strike 2.
That's kind of been the story all day there. Not quite strikes, not quite balls, but a lot of fouls.
I want to go
A
home.
lot of fouls.
No balls and 2 strikes to Coleman. Here comes the pitch. And this one's going to be a weird hopper. Could go right up the middle and go.
Oh, look at that.
And that's an important play. Here comes Morris.
They're going to bring him in.
Matthew Hart will score. Here comes Morris in. And this is a tie-ball game.
So DJ makes a good signal to bring 2
And
RBIs.
DJ happened to be able to get that one right in the hole there. And plus a funny bounce to boot. And he gets a single but brings 2 men in. And now it's a new ball game, tied up.
Game, yep.
And that's going to be bringing up Ryan Dalton. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be outside, ball 1.
RD had a nice base hit earlier. Got on to first base.
Josh Bronson will be coming up. And it seems like the secondary seems to be hitting a little bit better in your front 4, you know, which is weird, but it happens. That's going to be low. He swings and a miss and strike 1.
There goes a runner. There goes DJ to second.
DJ slides to second in a cloud of dust, and he's safe.
Look at the ball, buddy. Come on. Concentrate. Take your time. Relax.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 3-3 is a tie. Now DJ Coleman for Blackstone is on second base. Here comes Fitz now with the pitch. And this one's going to be hard hit. He's going to try to run it up. This could be a trouble. And it is. And he's safe. DJ will hold up at
third.
And now Blackstone gets a little bit of a luck, has a couple of errors and a bad throw. Now puts runners on first and third and still 2 outs. And that's going to bring up Josh
Go ahead,
Cabron.
running. It's now in position if they can bring him in. That's the key. They got to try to bring him in.
They need to
Begin to wonder.
choose their pitches carefully, not swing at anything that Fitz throws at them.
Yeah, I'm beginning to wonder if Matthew Fitz is starting to get a little tired. They've actually started hitting against him here this last inning.
Josh Bronson is up. Travell is on deck. Here comes the pitch. And this one's going to be hit, and this one could be trouble. It's going to be out, and that will be the 3rd and final out, but not until Blackstone scores 2 of them, and he can get 2 of them back. Tied score 3-3. We'll be right back right after this.
Trevor in right field.
Church boy!
This don't make no sense.
Sean. I hope I bring you glory on this one, Father. Help me now.
Prom season is here, so stop by Epps Fashions at Blackstone and get just the right gown for you. And if they don't have exactly what you're looking for, they'll order it for you. And don't forget, fellas, Epps Fashions also has your tuxedo rentals, and you can receive $5 off for proms only. For all purchases made March 7th through March 31st, 5% will be donated to your church or organization. Even more of a reason to visit and check out their wonderful selection of fashions for men and women. Epps Fashions, where you dress for less and you'll truly be blessed. Located at 1350 South Main Street, Suite 110 in Blackstone, right across from Walmart Shopping Center. Store hours are Monday through Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Sundays from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. For more information, call 434-292-4246 and tell them you heard it right here on WPEX 90.9 FM, the brand new Waves of Praise.
Here we're back at Neville Field in Victoria, Virginia. Exciting Dixie Youth Minor League All-Star. And right now, the Blackstone and Farmville squaring it off. And it is tied score here at the bottom of the fifth, 3-3. And it doesn't get any better than this, Robbie.
Yes, I'm actually in the middle of doing something.
Okay.
Let's go. All right, that's all right.
Well, we got Broadwater, I guess you pronounce it right. That's coming up. Trying to crap my couple of things are still dead, being a close game, 3-3. Anyway, Andrew Pumphrey is still in for pitching for Blackstone.
Can't say I blame him. He's done a pretty good job since he came in.
And here comes the pitch. This is going to be in there for strike one.
Well, that may have been a little outside, but it was enough to get in there and get the score.
Here comes the next pitch to Broadwater. And he swings and misses this one, strike number 2. And the nice thing here, it's anybody's ball game.
It's true.
Here comes the next pitch to Broadwater. And this one's a hit hard, and this one's going to be fall in, and it gets into the hole. This is going to be at least a double, could be a triple. And here comes, he slides into Logan Powell, will be standing there, but he's about 5 seconds late. The ball is about 5 seconds late, getting to Powell, rather. I won't say that. And I've got a running and scoring position, which represents the going in run.
RD, be ready for a steal.
All right, come on, pay attention. Be ready.
That will bring up Camp. Here comes the pitch. Bing it, strike one. And of course, Broadwater is threatening to steal. And you know, don't just bring deja vu back from yesterday.
No.
The fifth inning, it was like this. And anyway, swing and a miss, strike two. But it was like this yesterday, and of course that one error ended up costing the game for Blackstone, unfortunately, when they played Dinwiddie American, or actually Dinwiddie Nationals. The winner of this game, however, will get a bye tomorrow, and they'll come back Sunday or Monday and play. Here comes the pitch. And that's being in there low for ball number 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch from Andrew Pumphrey. Swing and miss, strike 3.
Of course, that being Blackstone find themselves one more out.
Adam Christian left-handed. This could be real trouble if he gets a hold of one. So
he was hit by a pitch last time he was up. He went on to score one of those 3 points back in the 3rd inning there.
Here comes the windup by Pumphrey.
Way
inside. Almost hit him again, actually. Yeah. That's in there for ball 1.
That guy's a ball magnet, I don't tell you.
It's 1 ball and no strikes. Here comes the pitch to Camp. This one's going to be way low, almost to the feet for ball number 2.
Put it to your target, Drew.
One at a time.
And you really want to be able, you can't afford to put any more men on base. And that was right down the middle for strike number 1, so 2 balls and 1 strike.
You know, sometimes coming up as a pitcher, going as a left-handed batter will throw you for a few pitches before you get everything reversed around.
Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
That was a
So the
little low.
count goes 2-2. That was a little bit low.
Probably should have swung
Can't
at it,
win
but
it, swung at it anyway.
I'm sure Blackstone is very thankful to have this strike.
Oh, yeah. And now here comes the next pitch. This is way low, and here comes the run. This could be it. And RD just kind of runs him back. And you know what? Not a bad play.
Good play.
The last thing you want to do here, and I know you want to get that man out.
You don't
the
want to
last
get
thing you
over,
want to do is have a bad play, and
then
he
you run
runs in
home.
and gets the winning run up.
Exactly. It's a good, smart heads-up play by RD there.
Here comes the pitch.
Way inside.
And here comes the runner again. This could be, he's going to get in easy. So he's on third base.
And of course, that also puts
That puts a lot of pressure on Andrew Pumphrey. He must strike this man out now. Well, actually don't. If he does walk him, but what you don't want him to hit the ball.
full count situation now.
Here comes the pitch. And this one's going to be a kind of a late swing, foul back. And the count will go full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Go after him, Drew.
So I got to say, if he walks this man,
It's not the end of the world.
it's not the end of the world for Blackstone.
It's very annoying, though. It could be called a problem.
When you only got 1 out, you'd rather get the man out and have 2 outs, going with a man on third base. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and I'm going to say the baseball gods was looking after Pumphrey on that one. That one's a good, nice pitch. He swung and misses.
Clay Osborne coming at the bat. He was hit by a pitch, too, back in the 3rd inning. I think we're going to the hit-by-pitch area of the bag lineup.
Outfield is playing back.
All is young outfield to come back there.
We're playing it first.
Here comes the pitch. Way low, ball 1.
1 at a time, Drew.
As their coaches are yelling, it's just 1 at a time, one bat at a time. Osborne can hit the ball. Big, good tall fella, actually. That's in there for ball number 2, 2 balls and no strikes. That's kind of been the difference between our pitchers and Fitz. Swing and foul back, strike 1, is we have not been able to wait on anything with Fitz. That's just been incredible.
Fitz has been throwing strikes. I mean, no doubt about that. He's still throwing strikes. He was still throwing strikes last time he was up.
It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be way outside.
Ball 3.
For ball number 3, 3 balls and 1 strikes. So with 2 outs, strike 3.
Strike 2.
Oh, strike 2 rather, and that brings the count to full.
Very important.
I know the way everybody jumped up, it looked like it was.
The company motion there, huh?
Well, something's going to happen here for sure.
Wait up.
3 balls and 2 strikes, full count, 2 outs. Broadwater on third base. Here comes an Andrew Pumphrey with the pitch, and he swings, fouls back, and the count will remain the same. Full count.
I gotta say, Clay Osborne really shouldn't have swung at that one. He got a little too aggressive that time.
Now Andrew needs to bring one right on down there and make him swing at one he don't want to swing at.
As Clay gets a little bit of instruction from the third base coach.
Here comes the pitch now from Pumphrey, and he's swinging it way low. And
he'll probably just take right off the second.
Yep. And immediately Pumphrey runs, almost dashes back. So runners on second and third right now for Farmville with 2 outs.
Well, Sprague. How you say it earlier.
Sprags. Here comes the pitch. Sprags.
Outside.
Low again. There goes Osborne down second base.
Now it's kind of predictable there.
So that will take the force away. Force to second base, unfortunately. So Pumphrey's got to come through.
Yep.
Here comes now the pitch. And this one's right down here. And this one is what a pitch. Here comes 2 who's going to throw. Osborne scores, Fisher will score. And that brings 2 in. Now they'll bring Fitz up. Actually, that was White that hit that ball, Robbie. Uh-oh, and another bad one. And they just basically hit right on into the outfield.
2 out to the outfield, same place there.
That brings up 6-3. And I think they'll probably call timeout.
Yeah.
So with that timeout, we're going to go ahead and we'll take a timeout, and we'll be right back right after this, right here on FM 90.9.
They're going to bring in ball.
Need trustworthy, qualified individuals to handle your payroll, bookkeeping, or taxes? The doctors are on call. You need the accounting surgeons. Contact Mary today and set up your appointment. Put your business in safe and confidential hands, the hands of the accounting surgeons. Call Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The phone number to call is 434-538-0595. The accounting surgeons, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. Stop by Victoria's Beauty Salon in Blackstone today. Not only can you get a style that's just for you and a tan too, but now Victoria's Beauty Salon presents Anna Ville's Bodywork Practitioner. Tired from the stress of the week? Try some massage therapy. Anna provides many different massages to cater to your areas of stress. A Swedish massage, a deep tissue massage, and reflexology. She also gives facials and offers 2 special packages. So come by Victoria's today at 110 North Main Street in Blackstone, or call and inquire about an appointment with Anna. Relax, meditate, and leave looking and feeling like a brand new you at Victoria's Beauty Salon, where your hair is your glory. Call 434-292-5910.
Back here in Victoria, Virginia, exciting Dixie U baseball right here on FM 90.9 WPEX Radio. And it'll be one of 2 games, and we're going to be having the next game coming up right after this one, so don't go away. Probably a little bit of music will follow it. Then we'll probably get right on in. Right now, Farmville leading Blackstone 6-3. And with Farmville, good hitting, actually.
Very good hitting. I mean,
Yep.
we can't say. And they're in some good spots. Not sure. Nothing really defense could have done about a lot of those. I mean, went over by third base, no chance.
They're going to bring in Bond now. He's going to go ahead and start pitching for Blackstone All-Stars. Can't pitch Matthew. He pitched almost the whole game yesterday.
Yeah, I think they pretty much have to give him a day of rest, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I admit, once you get into the second, third game of the tournament, you start having to play like a shell game with their pitchers. Don't want to burn them out, but you got to use your good ones against the good teams.
So it's been a little bit unfortunate for Blackstone, and each time, unfortunately, they've been kind of good. They get that 1 or 2 bad innings, and that'd be usually it.
Hey, Ryan, talk it up, buddy.
Good job,
Keep
Peyton.
him talking, all right?
You know, so that's kind of rough on any team. This team is just such of an excellent team, though. But the hitting has not really come through. I mean, you know.
No.
I mean, we've seen some
Not
good
today,
hits and
yeah,
everything,
I mean,
but you haven't seen.
You gotta give credit to Matthew Fitz on the Prince Edward team. They've done a good job of just keeping Blackstone from hitting the ball. I mean, we saw yesterday Blackstone when they hit the ball. 9 points and 4 or 5 points in 1 inning yesterday. That went on 3. They almost pulled it up against Dinwiddie, but.
And again, they had some good pitching on their team too, and I mean that was the whole thing. I mean, and I think that's been a big difference.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing, I don't think except one time, but we haven't walked and loaded up bases. I mean, the other team has walked and loaded up bases in the whole
first pitch
series.
against Nathan Drew.
Fitz will show bunt, then go back, and I'll be in it for ball 1. Inside, actually.
Joshua, put it in the target.
So here comes now the pitch. Kind of a change up. That'll be way outside, ball 2.
Take your time and watch your target, Josh.
So this pretty big target shows now bunts, now pulls back, and he's in there, strike 1.
You warmed up, do it again.
2 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs.
I think it's Nathan Drew up the bat. Fitz on second.
Here comes the next pitch, and this one's going to be a bunt up, strike number 2. Foul back, actually. Count goes 2-2
Watch your
to
target.
Fitz. Everybody's set, and here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a little bit low, and it's going to be in there for ball number 2. 3, actually. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Count goes full to Fitz. Here comes Josh now. That's one right down there, and this one's a streaker right up the middle. And his man's going to go ahead and... Actually, they're going to hold Fitz up at third base.
Good stop there on the outfield in order to keep that hit from scoring
And
one.
there's been a big difference between us and the other teams. We haven't been able to get that big hits right in a row. And what is Farmville, had 2 or 3 right in a row here?
Yeah, they've 9 hits so far. Ball.
And that's going to be in there for ball 1.
Anyway, so there's 2 outs. Just one. All you need is 1 out to get out of this inning. And
Right in the target.
one more chance to come back with that.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That was a high one, swing and a miss. Strike 1. So 1-1 goes to count.
Hey, Josh, chunk it in the target.
So Blackstone will have 1 more last time at bat. And this one's going to be a hard hit and we got it. Matthew will get him out at first. And that's been a long
2 outs,
inning.
yeah.
3 scored, 2 men left on base for Farmville. They lead right now 6-3. We'll be right by, actually 4-3. They got 6-3, but I believe that's 6-3. Okay, we'll be right back right after this.
Need trustworthy, qualified individuals to handle your payroll, bookkeeping, or taxes? The doctors are on call. You need the accounting surgeons. Contact Mary today and set up your appointment. Put your business in safe and confidential hands, the hands of the accounting surgeons. Call Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The phone number to call is 434-538-0595. The accounting surgeons, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe.
Back here in Miller Field on FM 90.9 WPX, we're checking over some stats, and I'd like the commercial run out, but at any rate, 6-3 right now. And Blackstone needs to start playing some go-get-'em baseball.
Well, they need some good scores here. They need to make 3 scores to tie it up 4, of course, to win. This is their last chance. If they don't make 3 runs here, it's game over. Starting out the bat will be Trevor Lavelle. And, of course, Matthew Fitz will stay in. Matthew Fitz will stay in pitching for the...
well, you won't see him. You won't see him pitching probably the rest of the week,
He's probably burned out for a while now, I'm afraid.
Here comes the pitch, and this one's going to be a high fly ball. This will go foul, strike 1.
Doc, it's over your head, son. Don't help him out.
And again, we haven't seen those ding hard hits, and he's been throwing that was right down the middle.
It's a little high, actually, but...
It looked like, okay, I can't tell from here. Here comes the next pitch. This one's going to be right in the dirt, so that ball will go 1 ball and 1 strike to Lavelle. Inge will be on deck. Then it'll be at the top of the batting order with Hunter McGraw. Blackstone finds themselves down 3-1. 6-3 right now. 3 runs that they're down. That's going to be in there for ball 2.
What they need to do is Blackstone needs to start getting on base and start to bring some people around. They can do that. Like I said, it's not over yet. They made rallies before. They had 3 outs to pull it off with.
Well, they're going to have to do it right here.
Yep, no other chance after this.
2 balls and 1 strike, and a hard hit ball to left field. And this one's going to get past everybody. Here comes Lavelle. He will come down second base, and he will try to make it at third base, and he will. He holds up at third base wisely, but not before he gets a stand-up double and a nice hit.
Triple, 3.
A triple, and that is
Lavelle.
That was not actually Lavelle. That was a
Bond. Oh well.
that was Josh Bond.
Yeah, Logan. That means Logan's coming to bat. Yeah, they got me on my. They keep rotating my lineup.
All right, Logan Powell is up.
Well, Logan hasn't struck out yet. Struck out so far this year.
Here comes now the pitch. And this one's going to be in there for ball of strike 1. And boy, I got to tell you, Fitz is just keep throwing strikes.
Yeah, Logan's been having, even Logan today has been having a hard time doing much against him. He's hit the ball, but they're not going very far like we're used to seeing.
Here comes the pitch. And Logan, the ball kind of goes almost like a bunt. Bond will hold up, and they're calling it a foul ball. That's weird. It must have hit on the plate.
Yeah, it must have
came
bounced down going up.
Yeah.
It happens, yeah.
I can't see that from here. Well, going there for strike 2, no balls and 2 strikes.
I couldn't see there's a player in my way of the plate. There he moved over.
I can't wait to hear the ratio between balls and strike and Fitz. Here comes the pitch. And Logan hits one right up the middle. It's
perfect.
Right in the hole. Perfect. This one was center field. Will throw it back to the cutoff man. And Logan Powell hits a nice single. And here comes Logan Powell. He's going to steal second base.
Little hesitation.
Well, they call him out in third. He gets safe.
And I'll be very surprised if the other team doesn't come in there and try to get him for interference.
And let's see what happens. Here comes the coach, and this is going to be interesting.
Here comes the challenge. You know there'll be a challenge, or they're going to come and call a timeout. Depends if he talks to the pitcher or talks to the umpire. I think he's going to talk to the pitcher, so he's not going to challenge it.
Tying run is Matthew Hart. He's up the bat.
Hey, I guess Matthew, of course, made a nice single back in the. He's one for 2 today, so he made a single last time he was up in the 5th inning. Or last inning, which is they need a good, nice double or triple right about now. Single would be nice as well.
Anything to get a Blackstone runner on the base would be nice.
Of course, a home run would be spectacular.
Yeah,
that would be epic. Now Matthews is wait.
Matthews been due for one. Here comes the pitch from Fitz. Here comes the pitch. And this is going to be in there for strike 1.
That looked a little low.
That looked very low to me too.
Look at me.
The umpire's been calling them pretty low today. Yeah. So no balls and 1 strike to Matthew Hart. Here comes the pitch.
Outside.
And that better be a ball.
That better be a ball.
1 ball and 1 strike.
If it's not, the umpire's blind, I'm afraid.
Powell on second. And 6-4. Here comes the pitch. And that one went way on down. Here comes Logan Powell will hold up at third base. And now Logan Powell is on third base.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Now just need to get Matthew on.
Yep.
2 balls and 1 strike now to Hart.
And you could be seeing Matthew Fitz on the run out of gas here. Took him a long time.
And a hard hit ball, Powell could tag up. Hard hit ball, this could be tricky. It could fall in. It does. It falls in. Powell will go in to score, and now is only 1 run down with no outs. Matthew Hart came up with a very important single. It looked like the second baseman may have had a shot at it, but just not quite.
I think he lost in the sun that time.
Well, that's good.
Now we got Jacob Morris coming up. Jacob is 2 for 2 for the day. See if he may get 3 for 3.
And now they finally called timeout.
Yeah, they're gonna change pitchers.
They may end up changing pitchers, or maybe so. Who knows?
They changed pitch. They called the other.
Now I gotta admit that was not a bad pitch coming to Matthew Hart. That was almost right down to, center. Matthew got underneath it a little bit too much. That's why the ball didn't go out of here.
Yep.
Thing is, though, I don't know if I was Farmville's coach, I don't know if I'd want to take Fitz out or not.
Fitz is playing a good game.
Fitz is still playing pitching a very, very good ball game.
They're changing pitchers. Oh, they're not. They're keeping Fitz in there.
Yep, I'd have to leave him in there too.
He's up to 90 pitches though. He's pitched a lot of pitches so far
he
in
has.
this game.
So Fitz has thrown 90 pitches in this game.
Yep. 65 strikes, 25 balls.
Now here comes Morris. Forced play will be at second base. Matthew Hart on first base for Blackstone. They're down by only 1 run with no outs. Here comes the pitch. Hard hit ball. This gets through. Here comes Matthew
easily.
Matthew Hart he will try to take third base.
He's gonna make it.
Slide Matthew out right, and he will hold up at third base. And this can be safe. He's safe in second. With no outs, he's safe in second. Runners on second and third. And this ball game is turned around. And a lot of pressure now is put on Farmville as finally Blackstone's hitting has come to life.
That was exciting there. Andrew Pomfrey up. He's one for 2 for the day.
Important. One single can bring Matthew Hart in.
Yeah, tie ball.
A double can put this game ahead for Blackstone. So the crowd finally comes to life a little bit as well.
I can't blame him. It's getting exciting now.
Fitz has turned over 90 pitches, and he's still in the game for Farmville. Here comes now the pitch. And this one's going to be outside, ball 1. One ball and no strikes.
1 run.
Morris on second, Hart on third.
No outs at all.
And no outs at all. Here comes Pumphrey. And it's a hard hit. And they will throw him out at second. And unfortunately, everybody's got to stay where they're at. But that brings up DJ Coleman. And I got to him at, even with all that, Fitz is still throwing strikes.
Yes, he is. DJ has... DJ? Is it DJ?
DJ?
That's not DJ. That's
looks like Lawson.
Lawson, though.
Lawson threatens the bunt, now pulls back. And that ends up being ball 1. So 1 ball and no strike to Lawson, so they've changed the batting. That's Peyton Lawson, it's up.
Payne's over 2 for the day. Having some trouble here against Matthew Fitz.
Here comes the pitch, and he threatens the bunt on that. And that's going to end up being
ball 2, I think.
Ball 2, so it should be 2 balls and 1 strike.
Depends when he pulled back there.
That a walk will load the bases up. But one thing Fitz has not done is allowed too many of those today.
He's only allowed no walks so far today.
Here comes now the pitch to Lawson. Fitz throws it. Right down there in there for a strike, and that is amazing. The guy is still throwing strikes after 90-something pitches.
Matthew Fitz has not walked a guy all day.
Unbelievable. Here comes the next pitch.
Strike.
Another strike.
2 strikes, 2 balls.
That is the main thing. Matthew Fitz is pitched. I can't believe it. After 90-something pitches, the guy's still throwing strikes.
He's about to hit 100 here in another 3 pitches.
This is unbelievable. Here comes the next pitch. This one's down in the dirt.
Full count. Matthew takes a huge lead off there, third, but goes back.
3 balls and 2 strikes. And here comes an important pitch.
Very important.
Very important pitch for Blackstone.
Something's going to happen one way or another here.
If Lawson gets on base, bases will be loaded with only 1 out. Here comes now the pitch. Fitz looks, lines up, throws the ball, and that's going to be high, and they're going to... That should walk Lawson, and that loads the bases up for Blackstone.
We got loaded bases now with DJ Coleman. DJ Coleman has hit a single today.
Runners on first, second, third, Hard on third base. Ready. He represents now the tie and run with 1 out. Here comes Coleman. One hit is going to bust this wide. Hart could tag up on a high fly. This is going to be way outside, ball wide.
Yeah. DJ had to lean back to keep his chin strap from being nailed by a ball.
Fitz walks. This will bring him 1-1 in, and this will tie the game up. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one.
DJ swung hard at that one. Some very important pitches here for
one
both
ball,
teams.
one strike with one out. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. And I can't believe the strike to ball ratio with this guy is unbelievable.
He's still throwing strikes even now. 102 pitches.
And if you had the most valuable player in this game, you'd have to give it to Fitz.
Yeah.
What? Here comes the next one. And swing and a miss, strike three. Well, Hunter McGraw is up.
And this, I thought it was RD coming out.
No, it's Hunter McGraw. They changed the batting order up a little bit. Well, maybe it is RD.
RD coming up. RD has had good success hitting against them. Two singles today.
Here comes the pitch. And this one's going to be a foul back. And there for strike one. So Blackstone's down to their last two strikes. If RD
last two strikes here.
If RD can just hit one right in the corner, that will bring Hard in, and this ball game will be tied up and
gotta be a
put
good
the
base
pressure
hit, though.
back on.
Gotta be a good clean base hit though.
Here comes now Fitz.
Outside.
And that was going to be outside for ball one. But it's hard to believe his pitch. Is he pitched over 100 pitches yet?
That was number 105.
105 pitches for this guy. He's been in there the whole game, and he's still throwing strikes. Here comes the pitch. This one didn't go strike. This one's in there for ball number two. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Now, a walk is as good as a hit right now.
Right. A walk is as good as a hit. That could tie the ball game up, and all the pressure will be off of Blackstone if that happens.
Yep.
At least on the losing the game part. So here comes the pitch. Fitz looks and aims. And that's going to be in there for a strike, and the guy is still throwing strikes. 2-2 now, and they're down to the last strike.
One more strike ends it.
This is where it hits. This is where one error, if he hits the ball, one error, here comes the pitch. Swing and foul back.
I think everyone took a breath there. Still one more strike. I think RD's sweating a little bit there. I'm sweating a little bit over here.
Oh, I don't blame you. Hard on third, Morris on second. Here comes a pitch.
Outside, ball
outside, and that will be full count. And boy, does it ever come down to this.
One pitch.
Last pitch.
This pitch means pretty much the whole game right here.
Bases loaded, 5-6. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And we're here in the last inning, last out. Everybody should be running actually on this pitch.
Yep. No matter what, everyone takes off like bullets.
Here comes now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that ends the ball game. And boy, oh boy, Blackstone is out of the tournament, and unfortunately, Fitz, and we're going to be right back. And maybe, Robbie, you can have the strike ratio, ratio to ball ratio of Fitz, and we'll be right back and tell you about that right after this.
Need trustworthy, qualified individuals to handle your payroll, bookkeeping, or taxes? The doctors are on call. You need the accounting surgeons. Contact Mary today and set up your appointment. Put your business in safe and confidential hands, the hands of the accounting surgeons. Call Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The phone number to call is 434-538-0595. The accounting surgeons, located at 126 East Carolina Avenue in Crewe. Back here at Neville Field in Victoria, Blackstone losing a very, very close one, 6-5.
And at one time, looks like Blackstone was going to be able to go ahead as they had bases loaded with only one out. And again, Matthew Fitz has pitched one of the best games I've ever seen in this tournament.
Yeah,
so Robbie
great.
got some stats he's going to tell everybody. What is the stats on Matthew Fitz?
Matthew Fitz, 110 pitches, which is amazing. Plus you got 10 strikeouts, 1 walk the entire game, which is, I think, the big difference here. We had a total of 4 walks to their 1. But, that's made some big, and of course that came in some pretty bad times for Blackstone, which that's what beat him. I mean,
So how many strikes did he actually pitch though?
strikes rather. Let me go over here in my computer here. It's 76.
76 strikes.
Yep.
And so 76, and how many balls?
30.
Wow, isn't that incredible? Well, folks, we're going to be, Blackstone is going to be out of it, so we are going to be back in just a little bit as we got another game coming up right after this, right here on FM 90.9 WPEX.
Let's all give them
We only get so many times to ride around the sun, and so many times to see a full moon shine. The day is done. If anything's worth doing now, then it's worth doing right. So I look for wisdom on how to best to live this brief life.